the palm of my hand. Can you see how huge this is?
Oh
it is
my
huge,
God.
huge. A normal muffin is half this size. So up until today, I am.
Okay, how is this a normal muffin in America, my friends? What's going on? Take a look at... Oh wow, this is... Again, my friends, I know I'm repeating myself, but is this normal in America? Muffins are this big? Today I'll be reacting to Living in America Culture Shocks. My friends, this should be a fascinating one, but before I go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. It's the best way to show support. If you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. I have that in consideration. Now, link for the original video in my description, and well, let's play it.
Like, what's this?
Oh
Is
my
it
God,
going
that's
to
so
make
big.
me mutate? Why is it so big? What's in it? You know, like, why are they so big?
What? Okay, I guess we start well. What?
Guys, good morning. Welcome back to yet another video. My name is Dando Ikemba, and welcome back to my channel. In case you are new to this channel is about documenting my first in the US. My family and I have recently relocated to the United States of America from South Africa, and this is basically a channel where I document my first type of thing. So today's video is slightly different. We've been here in the US for about 3 months and a week up until today. Currently we are in the US for 3 months and a week. Please don't mind the noise, guys. If you are not new, you would know that I have a 5-month-old, and I have been trying to put her to sleep, and she just doesn't want to sleep, so I literally had to...
So I actually can relate with this because I also have a 5-month-old baby. Santiago is the name, and yeah, this is a very difficult age, my friends. But at the end of the day, I love him so much that it is what it is, you know.
You'll also notice that even the setting of this video is totally different.
Actually, tomorrow it will be 6 months old, but in reality it's 5 months old today.
From the past videos, because I'm just trying something new, and I'm also trying to get away from the noise upstairs and just, you know, level up. So today's video is about cultural shocks.
So actually I will say one thing, and I know a lot of you watching me are already mother, father. This age is so difficult, right, my friends, when they are babies. But things get a bit easier, right? Because this is also my first kid, and sometimes it's so crazy. Specific when they don't sleep, things become really difficult, and I'm assuming at least she looks a bit tired from what I can tell, but I relate with this, you know. But yeah, this is a bit unrelated with the topic. I know a lot of you guys are already parents. Please give me some hope.
Living in America, I have a few notes. I just threw that. I don't know why I did that, but I just decided to get a few notes down because there are a lot of things that I have noticed that are completely different. This is like literal cultural shock type shock everything, blow your mind away. My daughter is trying to be in the mix again, but I am not allowing her because she don't know nothing about YouTube. So what's up with that? Said earlier on, this is about cultural shocks living in America. I'm just gonna give you guys about, let's say, 8 to 10 cultural shocks. In between, I'll just be adding stories of some of the weird things that I experienced, and this goes back.
Actually, from South Africa to America, probably there is a lot of big culture shocks. This should be a really interesting one.
To when I literally arrived the US. The biggest cultural shock when I arrived was when I arrived at the airport. I had about 4 bags. And I was traveling with Oguna, which is my daughter. I had 4 bags and her stroller, and when I arrived there, you know those carts that they give you at the airport, or the ones that you get to store your luggage in? So when I arrived, I had to pay. I had to literally pay for a cart, and I was like, what?
And that's the biggest culture shock. Okay.
Anyways, you guys, that was the first shock. When I arrived, I had to pay about $14. $14, that is times 15, and then that's the amount. That's about 200 and something rands. So I had to pay that amount just for a cart. And I think I had about $15. I don't even know where I probably got it from my husband, but that was the biggest shock. Life in America is expensive. Like, you think that, let's say for example,
And actually this video I believe is 2 or 3 years old. So, man, and you guys have been telling me that inflation in the last couple of years went crazy. Okay, I would love to know her perspective now.
if you are working and you get paid, let's say for
4,000. Oh, that's an amazing salary.
dollars would be about 60,000 rands. You'd think that if you get paid that amount of money, you know, you'd be living luxury, but no, it's literally to cover your costs here. So it's not like you're rolling around with a lot of money. Life is expensive here. Stuff is expensive. Stuff is legit expensive.
I mean, I assume housing is the thing you guys spend the most money, because it's also the thing I spend the most money here. Yeah, I mean.
The second cultural shock is that, or in most areas,
Actually, the sound cuts a lot of times.
you will see the American flag. Like, I kid you not. The gas station, there's a flag. People's residential homes or
Everywhere.
residential areas, there's a flag. Somebody's shop, there's a flag. Somebody's car, there's a flag. Like, I can't understand why, but I guess Americans are very patriotic, so they really are proud of the country.
And I mean, to me, this makes so much sense, because America is such an amazing country. Of course, you are patriotic.
Everything that the country stands for. I mean, I'm proud of this country. I'm proud of South Africa. But I guess it's different strokes for different folks. Maybe eventually I'd also have an American flag if, I don't know, but everyone has.
I mean, at this stage, for her to have a flag, it will be a bit weird. I mean, 3 months in the country, I think it takes time for you to actually embrace the American culture.
Number 3 is the order of the date. In South Africa, you have the day, the month, and then the year.
Yeah,
for some reason here
Europe.
in the country, it starts with the month, then it's the day, then the year. I have no idea why they did that. I tried to research it.
Do you guys know the history of that? I wonder.
Can't really tell you why. It's still a little bit confusing, because sometimes, you know, the date is, maybe the month would be, for example, 3, and the day might be the 4th of the 3rd month. So in that case, it's a little bit confusing, because you're thinking to yourself, could it be the month or could it be the date? But then
This is true, yeah.
the date is the 20 something, or from the number 12 going on, you can't have a 13th month. So
Becomes easier.
you can understand it better if the day is more, or the number of the day is higher than 12. I don't know whether I'm making sense. So you really understand that, okay, this is the month, the day, and the year. So I don't know whether it made sense there, but
No,
it's
actually
just
made sense to me.
stuff. Necessary? I don't know. I don't think so. Then number 4. Number 4 is the number of ads. The number of ads about depression and taking meds for depression, pharmaceutical stuff.
Wait, so pharmaceutical ads, but she's talking about depression. Is this is this what they target the most? Depression. Depression is a huge thing in this world, my friends, and I think is going up and up more. I think technology have a lot to do with that. I think we isolate us quite more. This actually does not surprise me that much, and yeah.
I really think about it, and I think about television. When I was watching television back home, we don't have any ads about depression. Like I remember when we went for baby's first what's it called, when we went to the pediatrician for the first time, I remember I had to fill out this questionnaire about being unhappy, if I've been unhappy, if I've been blaming myself for stuff. And I was thinking,
No, but after being a mother, depression is something that you have to be careful. I remember paying a lot of attention to my wife, and I always was checking if everything was okay, trying to help her, because I know, I mean, I read about this, and doctors also end up advising me about this, that sometimes, I believe it's the first 15 days that tend to be the worst. But this is a thing, my friends, and this is something that we, now talking as a man, we have to support and be there.
to myself, I wonder what this is about.
No, but she may not be aware of this, but this is not that weird. Let's say a woman after becoming a mother can fall into depression, and I may have some people that know this also, right?
And when I spoke to my husband about it, he was like, no, don't mind them. If you haven't been unhappy, then it's fine. The number of ads are
Yeah, actually, that stuff, sorry, but I don't think is 100% correct.
about
You can be super happy until the day of you have the child, and all of a sudden, because it's something that impacts your life in a crazy way, and you are not prepared for that, and it's very aggressive to the woman's body. You know what I mean? Sorry if I'm not explaining myself well, my friends, but this is actually important message to pass to everyone watching that may not be aware of this.
depression and mental health and mental issues is really, really strange. Just pharmaceutical and stuff, I guess it's good for them to
Okay, here I totally disagree, and you guys know, I want to be honest. Having mental problems is not strange at all. I mean, it's something that we all have our demons, right? And sometimes they get the best of us. Of course, we should seek help, but don't feel ashamed if you have any type of mental problems, because we are all on this together, my friend.
advertise because healthcare is huge.
But now this video became very serious, oh man. But now let me say one thing. I don't like that if the ads, and this is where you can share information with me, if the ads that appear on American TV are actually to help people and not take advantage of them, I think that's amazing. But sometimes, I don't know, those companies, they are also, a bit shady. And you guys know how the pharmaceutical stuff goes.
Especially right now with the pandemic, COVID, just messing things up. It's a sensitive topic, but I just thought that was like extremely weird, huge shock for me. That was a really, really big shock. Then number 5, I think this is number 5, the side of the road. If you see,
wait, New Zealand also drives on the other side, but also South Africa.
my Instagram recently, I posted about the fact that I have to redo my license. Yes, I have to redo my license from scratch. They do not recognize my previous license. However, I don't think I'll be doing the learn.
Wait, but I see a lot of content from Brits going to America, for example, the Beatles, and they drive there. Did they actually end up working something for their license?
I'll just go straight to the driving test. I'll be doing this 3-hour alcohol and drug test, and then from there I'll be doing my my driver's test. But I have to do classes. I have to go and attend classes for that. I was trying to study, and I was trying to learn and prepare for my test, and I kid you not, I was reading the same sentence about 5 times, at least 5 times, because everything is so different because of driving on the other side of the road. And also here there's this thing that is known as turning on red, which means that you are
Here he comes. Everyone talks about this. But let me say one thing. The turning on red, I also still don't get it that well. Even though I feel like I can always turn on the red unless there is a sign. But I think this will, if I go to America, this will be quite easier for me because I already drive on the correct side. Not the correct, but the side you guys also drive, I also drive here in Europe. But for them, for people from the UK, New Zealand, it's probably really, really difficult.
not allowed to actually turn or move at an intersection if the robot or the traffic light rather is red. So in areas or in places where they tell you that you're not allowed, then you do not cross or you don't turn right. But in most cases you are allowed to turn on red. You just have to make sure that there are no cars coming. So that was another cultural shock. I'm still trying to adjust to that. I mean, it's not easy. I've been living in South Africa all my life, literally all my life, and I am not a young doll. I mean, I know I look like one. I'm joking, you guys. Yeah, so that has been like straight up cultural shock.
I believe it.
Then the portions. I actually wanted to talk about the portions. I was thinking to myself, I really want to document this. Because the first time I arrived...
Oh, the portions. I thought about she was talking about Porsches. Okay, never mind.
I had one of these Costco muffins.
Oh, man.
These Costco
Here he comes.
muffins. And...
okay, show us.
I was really shocked when I saw how huge it is.
Why?
So this is how big a muffin is. I don't know, maybe it doesn't look as big here, but this is huge,
no, that's
guys.
Huge. Oh my god, is this the typical muffin in America? My friends, this is not normal, I'm sorry. This is so big. What? Is this an exception or is this is actually normal? Man, I love America.
This is extremely, extremely huge. Like when I first arrived here, I was like...
Man, that is mesmerizing actually. I cannot stop to actually, let's read back a bit. Holy sweet potato.
Extremely, extremely huge. Like when I first arrived here, I was like, what's this? Is it going to make me mutate? Why is it so big? What's in it? You know, like, why are they so big?
Funny.
And it's tasty, but yeah. I promise you, up until today, I cannot have this big. Like the palm of my hand. Can you see how huge this is?
Oh
it is
my
huge,
god.
huge. A normal muffin is half this size. So up until today, I am...
Okay, how is this a normal muffin in America, my friends? What's going on? Take a look at... oh wow, this is... Again, my friends, I know I'm repeating myself, but is this normal in America? Muffins are this big? No chance, right? I mean, at least this one is, but yeah.
Like when I first arrived here, I was like, what's this? Is it going to make me mutate? Why is it so big? What's in it? You know, like, why are they so big? And
holy.
It's tasty, but I promise you, up until today, I cannot have
that's a lunch.
Big. Like the palm of my hand. Can you see how huge this is? It is huge, huge, huge. A normal muffin is half this.
There will be a guy typing in the comments, André, that's normal American size. What are you talking about? Nah, I feel like this is a bit not normal.
Size. So up until today, I am not able to have this whole thing. I always have half. And I think that is...
It's actually looking kind of good. André, would you eat that? 100% I would.
Going to save me in the long run because, I mean... it's not necessary to have this big muffin. I promise you, it's not necessary.
Just
you can
split
live without having this
save it for
muffin.
2 days.
Portions are huge. Everything has added sugar. I can't understand why. It's like everything. The sinks are big. The fridges are big.
Yeah.
the beds, everything is huge in this country.
Everything, yeah.
Every single thing is huge. The pans are big. I don't even imagine, or I wonder how I will feel when I go back home and I see the normal size that I'm used
The Hobbit.
to, or that I was used to, because I've so gotten used to the big portions or the big whatevers. Actually, I'm going to show you guys a video of the first time. It wasn't the first time that I went out, but my first experience of the huge portion. I think I made a video and I was like,
You know, there is two type of people. I feel like she does not like things being so big. In the other end, I love it.
huge portions. This is just the side. This is just the salad.
So when they said
It's
the
huge,
portions are
guys.
big, they
Portions are huge. You really gotta mind yourself.
Well, to be honest, it's looking okay.
If you're not trying to, be bigger than you have to be. Not that I'm way
Am I crazy? The muffin, sorry, but the muffin looks ridiculous. But the salad was okay, no?
conscious or everything, but some things are just not necessary, Then
Okay, not necessarily
number
again.
7, I think this is number 7. Number 7 is called daylight saving time. Daylight saving time is actually a weird one that I used to experience when my husband was here and I was still based back home. What would happen is that around November, I don't really have a date back then, around November or towards the end of October, I would notice that South Africa is 6 hours ahead of America.
Okay.
So I would notice, Eastern America. I would notice that towards the end of October, the shift, so the what's this thing, the difference, the time difference would move from 6 hours to 7 hours. So it was a little bit complicated then, because it was like another hour added, because we're trying to always be in contact with each other, but then
But this also happens here in Europe. I don't remember the day, but there is the summer hour and the winter hour.
at certain times I would be asleep and at certain times he would be asleep, so we were just trying to manage our relationship. I would notice that that there would be a shift from 6 hours to 7 hours, and I was thinking to myself, like, what? That doesn't happen in South Africa. What is
Okay.
that about? So in America, in winter it gets dark really, really quickly. I remember I was talking about the fact that the
Okay, here, let me see, probably around 5 p.m. could become darker,
sun sets at about quarter to
5, 6.
5 and it really gets dark. It's not
Wait, sorry, she said 5 also?
about the fact that the sun sets at about quarter to 5 and it really gets dark. It's
Okay.
not
More or
it's
less
no
the
joke,
same.
it just gets dark, and then it rises late as well, so which means that
Yeah.
it's darker for a long period of time. So this daylight saving time was created so that you'd wake up in the morning and it's brighter than it would have been if you woke up an hour early. I don't know whether that makes sense. So the clock resets at 2 a.m. in the morning. So instead of it being 2, it moves back to 1 again. So from
No, but this makes a lot of sense. Because this way, for example, in the winter, specific for example, kids that go to school, instead of them going in dark hours, they go with the sun already.
1:59, instead of it being 2, it moves back to 1. I don't know
Same
whether that
logic
makes
for the
sense.
summer
So I
stuff.
thought that was really, really actually one of the coolest things, because it was like, what? The clock resets itself. And the funny thing was that after it resets, in South Africa, things are still normal. It's like, the clock shifted, an hour behind. I was like, what? So I thought that was really, really cool.
I didn't know that actually I thought this may sound dumb now, but I thought the entire world did this.
Also, another thing that's cool about the country is that America is huge. The states are huge, the different states are huge. So even the hour settings, some of the states are ahead of other states in terms of times. Like for example, you find that in certain areas.
Yeah, this is a weird thing that I keep forgetting. Not a weird thing, I mean, this is normal, but for me it's weird because my country is so small. Portugal is super, super small. But for me, when you say that there is different time zones in America, I go, what? But of course, makes sense. I mean, it's such a big country. But yeah, I mean, this is actually a culture shock for sure.
Like for example, what's this place, Arizona? Arizona is 2 hours behind. What's this thing? Maryland, which we are based. So Gaithersburg, Maryland, that type of area, that Washington DC area. So they are 2 hours behind. Arizona being in the west, towards the west. So that was kind of like, whoa, because recently my sister-in-law went to Arizona and she was telling us that they are 2 hours behind now, so all of that, and they are still in the same country. So that was also a little bit fascinating, you know.
Yeah, you have to fight jet lag inside of your own country. That's crazy.
That type of thing. Then also at the gas station, jet lag, but so they call it the gas station here. It's basically the filling station or the petrol station. That's why we call it the petrol station. Okay. The petrol station here, or the gas station, at the gas station you fill the petrol on your own. I've also made a video about that. I knew about that before I arrived here. I know one of my friends on one of the apps was telling me that I'm embarrassing them because I'm showing them what they know and this and that and that. And for me, it's new, you guys, you know, it's new. It will always be a new experience. I think that's why I'm documenting this stuff, because it's kind of cool, because even up until now, every time I go out, I'm always like, wow, even if I turn around or I drive for 5 hours, I still will not see an area that is familiar, you know, because it is like a completely different world altogether. Everything is completely different. Then,
and when I go to America, I swear, I'm gonna record everything. I may not put everything online, but I'm gonna record since I put the foot on the airport until, you know, I'm leaving.
The other one is one that I also knew about.
Well, friends, I'm actually enjoying this video a lot. The part of the depression was a bit, you know, weird, but now a lot of these things are quite interesting. So leave a like if you are also enjoying this one.
Which is the fencing. So here there's literally no fence whatsoever. If there is fencing, it is because people are trying to separate their property, but it's not because it's unsafe. Schools.
But this is, I don't understand this, because, okay, actually I understand that there is no fences, because not the first time I see people saying this. But, you know, in movies we see the white picket fences quite a lot. Why those are not cool anymore? They are outdated or something? Because I always thought that they look so nice.
Have no fences. People's homes do not have fences. If there is a fence, it's just for the sake of decoration. It's not because they're trying to block people. Actually, on the day that I arrived here,
yeah,
my luggage got mixed up and it got stuck at another airport. So I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, somebody stole my luggage, you know, because I waited at the Dallas airport and my luggage was not coming. So I speak to the people who are in charge of one of the managers, one of the airline managers, and I was like, I can't find my luggage. And to him, it didn't click that it might be stolen. He just thought that it was behind at the previous airport where I had left my stuff, or where I had landed, because I had a connecting flight. So I had to take 2 flights. I took a flight from Johannesburg to Newark, and then I took a flight from Newark to Dallas airport. So everything got stuck at Dallas airport. And I was thinking to myself, oh my
New York? I thought it was New York. Okay.
My goodness, they stole it.
So they stole it.
One of those. So anyway,
okay, South African
I
means.
was being the South African that I am, thinking, you know, it is stolen. Somebody stole my luggage, and it wasn't the case. It got left behind. My luggage, I don't know, a lot was happening and my luggage got left behind.
I feel like this actually happens quite a lot.
And the guy was like, give me your address, we'll send it to you today and we'll deliver it. And I'm thinking to myself, you'll deliver it for free, you don't want me to come and get it, because I'm thinking, what's this life? And they did. They delivered it midnight, same day, and I'm thinking to myself, somebody's gonna steal it, but no. Nobody thought they would steal it, because this is not that country that you know of. But things are relatively safe in this place. Like, people deliver.
Yeah, I feel like America is a very safe place. Probably depends a bit on the state, right, or the region, but overall, I mean.
Stuff midnight. They just drop it and they take it. When Amazon delivers, they just drop off your stuff, they take a photo of it, and that's it. So
actually, it's kind of crazy that you guys can get things on the same day.
Yeah, guys, those are some of the culture shocks that I've experienced so far. I haven't traveled out much, and I've only been here for 3 months, so it's not a case of me having been, everywhere, seen everything, but every day is new, from the food to the language to the manner in which people respond to you, to seeing these seeing these big companies or big shops, your Targets, your Walmarts, your
Costco.
TJ Maxx, your
TJ
Giant, all of these big companies.
I don't even know the last two.
It's all amazing. It's all amazing, you guys. And I don't think I would trade this for anything. I am so grateful.
See, after all, she loves America.
To be here and to experience something totally new, and to really also appreciate and be so vigilant and just aware of my surroundings, because everything is so different. So every time I go out and I come back, even learn how to conduct myself in different situations, because people from different places will always be, act differently to different things. So you just need to know how people think in the area, how to respond. Raising a child also in such an environment, how do you keep up with what they are also experiencing when they do go to school? Just all sorts of different things. The holidays, they go huge on holidays. Like for Christmas, everyone had so many decorations in their home. Some people...
Man, I saw a video about the American cities for Christmas, that they get special events and a lot of decorations. So beautiful.
Even get people to pay for such electricity, for such decorations. So it's like they get people to come and install it, and then they get people to bring it down. So it's amazing, you guys. It's really amazing. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful also to be able to connect with you guys. The end of this video.
Thank you.
I know that there are a lot of things that I did not mention. Maybe they weren't so shocking to me, or maybe I did not notice them much.
I thought you made really good points.
To have had the opportunity to film this and to just, get things on the show again. So if you like this video, please
leave a like.
Hit the like. Please subscribe to the channel.
Okay, show her all the support. This was an interesting video. I thought a lot of her points made sense. I mean, 3 months is not a lot of time to I would love actually to see an update on this video, if that makes sense. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this with me. Really means a lot if you guys end up watching until the end. See you guys in the next one. By the way, tell me please if that muffin is like the typical muffin. But yeah, bye my friends.